Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dakana Garrison and I would like to welcome you to this video. I have been a long-time fan of Five Nights at Freddy's and I have wanted to make some form of video for quite a while, and seeing as Sister Location has only just recently come out and I have a few ideas, I thought what better time than now. And I would like to thank both of the Ryans from 8-Bit Gaming for finally giving me the courage to do so. So, thanks guys. Look forward to what you've got next. So yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's Sister Location. That's pretty interesting. A lot has happened in it, but a lot is still mysterious. And I've been looking into the different things, different videos of playthroughs, and seeing if I can put together any of the pieces that we find to get some idea of the big picture that's going on. Before I continue into the actual theories, I would just like to apologise if you hear any rattling noises in the background. They are my pet degoos, and as normal, when you actually want to start recording something, they decide it's time to play. Anyway, time to get into the theories. My first idea is that I don't know how, but I think these animatronics may be self-aware. They know that they exist. If you take a look at when you're going through the auditoriums, there is no given reason as to why they would be hostile to you, and yet they are. They don't like you going through there, whereas if they were just normal animatronics, they really wouldn't mind. In fact, they probably wouldn't stray off their stage. At one point, Baby talks about Ballora. She says that she has learned to pretend, but Ballora hasn't. And so that says to me that Baby, when she's rented out, knows that she has to behave like an animatronic. But imagine if you were in their position and you had self-awareness, you had sentience. If ever they are missing from their stage, they get a massive electric shock. That shock isn't for nothing. That was not put in the game for no reason. And whenever you look at it, you do get the thought of it being a bit excessive. And I'm pretty sure that that's supposed to show us that they know what's going on around them. Ballora doesn't have the ability to know that she should pretend to be an animatronic. And so when she's out and about, when she realises it, she starts to panic, and she does try to escape. Of course, nobody would ever think that an animatronic had self-awareness, and so they just put it up to it being a malfunction and put it back into its place. Well, put it into the scooping room, as we see in the later nights. Another thing that I have the idea of is Ennard, and who Ennard is. And as the more I look about this, first of all, when I was going to do this, I was just going to say, oh, this is what I think Ennard is. But as I watched playthroughs and looked at what certain things look like, I started to realise it goes deeper. Now, if you look, when you get captured by Ballora in the second night, when she opens up her faceplate, you can see there are two eyes, and her face looks like a face. It's a deformed face, but it looks like a face. When supposed Ballora attacks you in the Funtime Auditorium, it's completely different. There is one eye, and the other one's covered over by wires, and it looks more messy. Which, strangely, is if you look underneath Ennard's mask, that is what he looks like. So why would you be being chased by Ennard instead of Ballora? And why would Baby tell you otherwise? Well, here is my thinking. We go into the scooping room and we are told that all of them have been scooped already that day. And I think there is only one animatronic in there with you. Baby is already gone. And so she knows what's going to happen. She is already in Ennard, because I believe Ennard to be a combination of all four of them. In the secret ending, when you're playing the minigame to get there, one of the lines that she says to you is something along the lines of, if they saw us like this, they would never let us out again. Now that seems strange, because if they'd just been scooped, then that would be fine, you just put them back into the costumes. But they haven't. The creature Ennard, he doesn't have a normal body type. It all looks like the cables that made up the other one's muscles inside the endoskeleton are now twisted around, and they're fraying and they're flying out in different places. Even the fingers and toes are just ends of wire. And in the normal ending, they say that they're going to wear you. But who's going to wear you? There are four of them. But we know that all four of their suits are empty now. So I believe that they have combined together to become Ennard, which is literally Ennard of innards. Ennard made of innards. That is what he is. And that leads me to when she's tricking you, when Baby is tricking you in Funtime Auditorium, it's not Ballora specifically who's watching you. It's Ennard. It is all of them together. Because they only attack you when you do something that Baby doesn't want you to do. And it might seem strange, but throughout most of the thing, we get the idea that Baby is just talking to us specifically. But when we get to the door, she talks normally to supposed Ballora, and Ballora is able to hear what she's saying. Now, normally, going by what was said before, you would think that Ballora would just attack when she heard that there was a noise there, but she doesn't. And that is, I think, Baby basically continuing the facade. Baby knows that she can't tell you what they've done, and so she has to pretend that it's someone else, someone who's already been shown to try and catch you, so that you don't get the idea that she's just keeping a watch over you just to make sure you do the right thing, and if you don't do the right thing, of course, then she'll come and stop you. So, yeah, the whole thing is a facade. It's not what we think it is at all. Now, there are still some things I don't understand as why they are self-aware, and why she wants... well, why the whole event happened with the child at all. I think that's a lot of... that lot is still a mystery. But as for the animatronics themselves, I do think that by looking at the evidence, I think this can be easily picked out. And adding on to the self-awareness point, the fact that the engineers who were left in there are hung in the two auditoriums. I remember, I think it was Markiplier who, during his playthrough, said that he commented that animatronics wouldn't need to do that. But if they were self-aware, and they just got their hands on two humans who were to them the people that caused them pain, the people that put them through this constant suffering, they would want revenge. It wouldn't be enough to just grab them. They would want to make this personal, because they have been through hell. And so that adds to the point of they know exactly what they're doing, and they don't like it. They just don't know how to deal with it as well as Baby, because Baby's smart. Again, I don't know why Baby is smarter than them. I don't know what was done. I think that will have to come later on. But I do think that this is something very interesting, and I've got to say, from the piece of information that I have gathered, it all seems to add up to me. But then that's just my opinion. And I would like to ask you, anybody listening to this, please comment down in the comments what you think about it. If you've got any comments of your own, if you have any theories of your own on the matter, I would love to hear it. And if anybody there is listening, like any of the 8-Bit Gaming guys, I love your channel, you are awesome. So, anyway, hopefully I'll be back with some more videos. I do want to make more videos. So, yeah, see you later, guys. Bye.